Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel. Well, do we have something good to look at today? If you remember, last week we did a video where the New York Post entertainment guy went to see Johnny Depp's art exhibit in New York, and he was just basically a hater. You know, he was saying all these horrible things, and it's just like, mate, come on. Get a grip, move on. We know you don't like him because you supported his ex-wife, you know, and you believed everything she said, which makes you a gullible POS. But we're going to take a look at an article in Time Out, which this is absolutely amazing to see. I went to Johnny Depp's exhibit in Chelsea and felt like I was inside the actor's brain. A bunch of stuff seeks to immerse viewers in Depp's artistic work. I don't know Depp like most people on this planet. I have never met him, but a walk through his new exhibit in Chelsea feels like a one-way conversation with the actor. Him speaking to me, that is. Set up inside the Starrett Lee building on 27th Street by the western edge of Manhattan, a bunch of stuff, as the exhibition is called, looks and feels exactly like the personality that the 61-year-old award-winning actor has been broadcasting to the public since first landing on the scene in A Nightmare on Elm Street 4 decades ago. I love that film. Still to this day, one of my favourite all-time horror films. Just so good. And Johnny Depp's death in it. Oh, what a way to go. Expect a moody atmosphere in a space filled with dark coloured pieces and an electric mix of gothic elements, including loads of skulls that feel both edgy and artistic. It does, you know, it just looks awesome, you know, like all this old school style. And that's what I like about a lot of things. This day and age, it's like, how clean can something be? How sleek? How nothing can be around on a table and all this kind of stuff. To me, this is kind of like how I grew up. Not with obviously all the paint and all that, but like say my grandmother's houses, if I went over friends' houses and all that kind of stuff, there was a lot of stuff out. You know, like say the table had things on. You know, we went into the living room. There was a table in the middle, a coffee table, had things on. This day and age, everyone's like, how can we make it just sleek? No mess, no clutter, nothing. Oh, you got your phone, you gotta move your phone, put it in your pocket so nothing can be on site. But this is what I do like. I do like this. It is also impossible to disconnect the art in front of you, created entirely by Depp, and on display to the public for the very first time. From the media spectacle that the actor was part of 2 years ago, when he sued his ex-wife for defamation, following an article she wrote in which she claimed that he had done this to her. I like how everyone now is literally saying, yes, she wrote it. That's what I really do like as well, because she did. You know, she admitted to it. And you still got people, you know, some of them, not all of them, oh, she never meant it about him. No, she did. In a way, the exhibit feels like Depp's special turn at the stand, where he gets to speak his mind, without interruption by her, paparazzi, or anyone else. We got Betty Sue Wells as well. We got the photo of him as well. Set up in a circular pattern with a black box in the middle. More on that later. A bunch of stuff wants to be recognised as an immersive experience and not a traditional exhibit. In addition to the variety of paintings on the walls, including many that usually resides in Depp's village estate in Provence in the south of France, the space is filled with objects from the actor's studios. Couches, desks, painting paraphernalia, and more. Perhaps the most striking work on premise is that of Depp's own mother, Betty Sue Palmer, a beautiful portrait produced back in 2006. The painting is covered in Depp's favourite rolling paper by Rizla. It all feels very Depp, although I don't know Depp, of course. You see, to me, that looks awesome as well, just all of this does. Can we zoom in a bit more? There we go, let's have a little look-see. See, I love the way it looks well with the blue. Again, I love blue, as you can tell, you know. Depp also pays homage to his late dog Moo, with a massive work towards the end of exhibit that leads into a merch shop filled with the sort of objects that guests might feel inclined to purchase after walking through the space, including stuffed animal versions of Moo. You know what? That'd be awesome to get. Matches with Depp's face printed on them, sweaters, and a smaller version of some of the works on display. But it's the kickoff to the exhibition that will likely stay with you long after you've left the space. Upon entering, guests find themselves face to face with a series of framed paintings featuring seemingly simple sentences and thoughts. Her beauty a spectacle, reads one. It's hard to speak when you're frozen in Scream, reads another. If those sound like commentary on the legal troubles that the actor faced, perhaps thoughts Depp might have related to family and friends. That is because they probably are. Yeah. A bunch of subs, not the sandwich. The objective of the show is to take the visitors on an emotional journey going through Johnny Depp's creative world, said Annie Sophie Villman, to apologise, an art consultant that worked with the artist closely to set up the exhibition. Thanks to the concept that marries physical and digital, the artworks, the personal artifacts, and the animations, Depp is able to share his personal story and show the scope of his creative mind, resulting in a total immersive experience. The goal is to inspire others to create and not limit themselves by traditional boundaries. Given the drama surrounding the defamation case when she was eventually found guilty, and the doubt that many people now cast on the actor, it feels almost wrong to look through the paintings, like taking a stance on an argument that doesn't directly relate to us. And we got that there. Oh, look at that. That I love that one. I absolutely love it. It's so good. But is that really wrong? If the show's raison d'etre is to catapult viewers into Depp's brain, at least through the artistic portion of his cerebellum, then the decision to kick off the production with such clear statements make total sense. That deep dive is complemented by the exhibit's central, literally it's found in the middle of the space, proposition. A 14-minute clip playing inside a curtained-off section of the exhibit in which Depp discusses his inspirations, his relationships with a blank canvas, and his musings on life in general. Now, this is what I like here. I absolutely love this. I want that just wrapped around my room. That would be absolutely amazing. Obviously, just have the backlight and everything else, and obviously the screen going on. I've been most people that most people have been, he says in the video. Is there anything that I can offer? Is there anything uniquely me that I can add to something? Clearly, Depp is trying his best to stand out from the crowd of people, of characters, that he has brought to life throughout his long-spanning career. Perhaps embracing himself wholeheartedly and presenting himself as Johnny Depp, and not as Johnny Depp playing someone else, might end up becoming the most important and difficult role of his life. The jury is still out on whether the public will believe and embrace him. A bunch of stuff runs through November 30th. Tickets are available here. But yeah, so to me, this just tells you exactly what the exhibition is. And with the way that she has said it as well, regarding the jury is still out on whether the public will believe and embrace him, for that, the majority of the public are embracing him, and it's great to see. We have seen and heard so many things over the last, what now, say 4 years, maybe even 5 years, where a lot of things were going on where, again, people believed his ex-wife. Obviously, it went to court. She was found guilty. Now, people also, you get the people who are supporting her, which, for some unknown reason, they still go on and they still believe with all their might that the court case in the UK was him against her. It wasn't. It was him against the Sun newspaper and Dan Wootton. Now, they put out a bunch of things where literally the judge, his son was like 2 people away from Rupert Murdoch. And then you also had his wife, the judge's wife that is, going to dinners and going to parties where AH and her people were as well. So obviously there's a whole host of stuff going on there. But going through this, the art exhibit, I need this to come to the UK. I really do, because it just looks awesome and it looks like something that I would enjoy. I like going to things which, if they're done by actors and musicians, I always think they're a little bit more intriguing. Because obviously, even if their face is plastered all over the world, documentaries, little TV shows, making of featurettes, those are what I personally love more than anything else. I love to see how things are made. And with this sort of thing, it's like this is inside the guy's brain. And, say we've covered Johnny on this channel now for the last 4 to 5 years. And we've gotten so ingrained with it. It's like, no, I need to see this now. This is awesome. So fingers crossed it does come to the UK. But let me know what you think about this down below. Have you been to see it? Are you one of the lucky people who live in New York or around the area and you were able to get to go in and have a look around? Let us know down in the comments. But if you are new to the channel, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see you all very soon.